Okay, welcome. Today we are going to be looking at the Governor 2022 elections. And first of all, I thought we should start off with who disapproves and who approves of their current governor, because sometimes in swing states and maybe even in other states, we can somehow get a feeling whether they're going to throw out the incumbent or put in a new person. And California is kind of a special case, seeing as they're going to have a recall coming up soon. Maybe. Okay, first thing we're going to go through California, the West Coast we'll do first. So, Newsom is disapproved of slightly, okay? Oregon, they have a high disapproval rating here. And in Washington, they have tilt disapprove. So the whole West Coast disapproves of their current governors. But as I said, that's not what we're actually going to be looking at today. Washington does not have an election, so right now that does not matter. Wait a second. Okay, let's get on to the next one. The next one is... Okay, Nevada is the next governor one, and they approve of their governor slightly. So, Nevada in a good place for re-election. Montana, wait, you know what? We're first just going to go through the ones that aren't done first. Montana, Utah, I believe, has no election. North Dakota has no election. North Carolina, West Virginia. And remember, this is for the governors, not for the Senate. Senate is... I already covered the Senate. You want to check that out, you can do that. You can just click on my channel and find it. I believe these are the only ones... Wait, sorry, no, Delaware as well does not have an election. Okay, yeah, that's it. So now we can get on with the other governors that do have elections. Okay, first one, let's start with Idaho. They strongly approve. You know what, we're just going to put disapproves. So Idaho going fine for now. Next thing, we're going for Wyoming. Wyoming has a great approval rating, probably going to re-elect them. Arizona, they approve of their governor. Colorado and New Mexico both disapprove. Texas highly approves of their governor, which is currently Greg Abbott. He'll probably win re-election. Therefore, Oklahoma approves. Kansas approves. Nebraska approves. South Dakota disapproves of their governor. Arkansas, there also might be some differences, as you may see if you look at former things. This is including the COVID-19. Some got more disapproved and some got more approved. Iowa disapprove. They barely approve of Minnesota. I'm going to start running over the rest fairly quickly because after that we're going to check out the actual stats and their chances of re-election. Okay, Tennessee approves. Alabama, Georgia approve. Florida approve. South Carolina approves. Virginia disapproves. Ohio disapproves. Maine disapproves. You will see some states here that actually are surprising because this is actually one of the Republicans' strong points, but Democrats have gotten better in recent years. The Democrats, even if they're safe Democrat states, they sometimes actually vote for Republican governors. Despite that, they vote nothing else Republican, but Republicans are very strong and safe in state governments. So even if you might find something we're going through over, like some states might be safe red, and you might actually find it surprising because like Maryland, the most Democrat state right now, has a Republican governor, and they highly approve of him. I just did Maryland, actually. Hawaii, they disapprove. And Alaska, for some reason, I don't have data on them, so we're just gonna disable them for now. So most people approve of their governors. Okay, we're going to get through with this. Next, we are going to check out the actual governor's stats now on this site. We are going to be these are the incumbent parties right now, by the way. Incumbent parties is the map I have open on this right now. So again, Florida's incumbent, Georgia's incumbent, South Carolina's incumbent, basically that. As I've said, 27 Republicans, so they control it for now. As I said, this is their strong point. Okay, we're going to go to their first look. Remember, 25 is basically a majority. 26 is actually a majority. 25 is a tie. Now here, Republicans are already 24 if we go through leans, likelies, and everything else. But that's not what we're going to do right now. I'm just going to go through a blank map. And we're going to run through some of these. Some of these actually may be surprising. Let's go through the Democrats, the solid ones. First of all, California, Gavin Newsom is the incumbent. Colorado, solid blue. Connecticut, nothing so far seems that I'd say surprising. Illinois. So yeah, so far just the traditional ones, the states that always vote Democrat. New York, Oregon, and in the Rhode Island. Okay, let's go through the safe Republican seats. They have Alaska, straight up. They have Alabama. That makes sense. And they also have Arkansas. These are all safe reds. They've consistently voted for them, but other than that, they also have Maine. No, sorry, not Maine, Massachusetts, which is really surprising considering this is a very big blue state that's safe red in governor. As I said, you may see something surprising. As state politics, the Republicans have an advantage. New Hampshire, safe red. Oklahoma, safe red. That's why you're seeing these things here. You're seeing that some Democrat states are even voting Republican and even safe red. That's why they have an advantage in this type of politics, state politics. Vermont even, and Wyoming. These are the safe reds. That already puts them at 20. As I said, Republicans very good in this area of state. Okay, now let's go into the Democrats' likelies. Their likely is Maine, Minnesota, Nevada, and Virginia. Let's go in Republican likelies. Republican likelies, we have Iowa, we have Ohio, we have Abbott, Tex Abbott. So now they're at 23. Democrats are at 19. Now the lean Democrats so far. Kansas, very surprising, strong red state. As I said, state politics different. Michigan, Wisconsin. So they're at 22. Republicans leans. They get Florida and Georgia. These are leaning Republicans at the moment. So they've reached 25. Now we have the toss-ups right now on your screen. We have Pennsylvania, we have Maryland, and Arizona. Now, we can know that Arizona will probably lean blue again. That's my prediction. Maryland is actually hard to classify considering that they voted for Larry Hogan, which they really liked in massive numbers. But as I said, most Democratic state in the Union. So it could actually go to anyone because maybe they just liked him and a different Republican could be different and would go a different way. So I'm actually going to give Maryland as... I'm going to keep Maryland and Pennsylvania a toss-up. So basically, I think Republicans won't be able to lose it. They'll be able to tie it. Democrats really need to focus on getting these two, because if the Democrats get even one of those, Republicans, they control it, but then again, they are not one governing body. Democrats need to try and win Georgia. Florida, I don't think is going to vote for them. Georgia should be their main target, definitely, along with these two. So yeah. Republicans' target should be Arizona, Kansas, these two, Wisconsin, and Michigan. But right now they're leaning blue. So I'd say Pennsylvania might actually vote red. So Democrats need to try hard in Pennsylvania and Maryland if they don't want the Republicans to get the majority. Okay, that's it for this episode of the governor's election. We will update my predictions throughout.